Hello. This is Dan. With the postmortem. It's been several days since I've done anything with the game. Um, I was kind of recovering, catching up on other stuff. Sunday was not only the day of turning in the morning, but also my family does Easter. So here's the game again. This is what we got released. Unfortunately, there was a thing where and I'm gonna turn my volume down a little bit. There was a thing where what got released was the previous save. So with Godot, I think it was the way that I released it. It saved the or it exported the previous save. Like if I had pressed Control S and then exported, it would have exported the version I'll show you second. I mean, there's still issues, but oh, I accidentally started up a second instantiation of it. But anyway, if you press Control Shift and middle mouse button, it goes away. And that is the version that got submitted. And in all fairness, that's the one that should be adjudicated. I don't know why my hands are in the wrong place. So anyway, you see, there's a bat. We saw a bat. So clipping through this wall was a bigger issue in what got released. So there's an enemy over here and this enemy here. But in this version of the game, this really is the only guy you need to fight. And you can kind of just run through, and there you go. It's done. Also, the water, while still rising, I'm not sure. You can kind of tell every action I take, it should go up a little bit. But it's very slow. I think I did change it, but I'm going to quit out of this one, and let's go to the version that actually I thought was being exported, and it's just slightly different. Really, the main difference is, so feed, heals up, but we're out of resources, so we can recover. But that, everything uses a turn. He's actually getting hurt bad. They attack random. The enemies attack randomly. So there's another guy behind him. So basically, there's more enemies. But so you have to at least kill 2, and then there's a bunch of guys up here too. And of course, if you walk up to them, well, we've leveled up, so we have the extra moves open. Oh, let's see if I can get that down him. That animation is kind of weird. Yeah, I'll have to work on that one. It's not going directly towards him. Anyway, yeah, there's just a lot more guys. Good spice. So everything else is pretty much the same. I still want to add stuff like, so just right now, the way that the enemy's health is, it's like hard to keep, and this button is also bugged. There we go. I think I cleared out everyone. It's just more guys, so it's an actual challenge. Also, yeah, in this version I didn't loop the music either. So that's another thing I missed. But that's something I'm going to be switching out. So just I don't know how interesting this would be. And I'm going to move around just to see if I can. I don't remember how quickly I have the water going up. But the water should be going up as I move around. But anyway, just a quick story. I did oversleep the evening before the submission by about 5 hours. So I was a little behind, little frazzled that I set my alarm clock wrong and all that. But it was interesting to see how much I was able to get done under pressure. This is my first game development kind of actual attempt at something other people will play. Um, and I got a couple comments, which is really nice. It's actually more than I expected. Um, it does look like the water is changing a bit, and for some reason, actually looks like. You know what? All right, here's a cool thing. I have it translating along the wrong axis, so it's actually instead of going up. Oh wow, that's awesome! I'm glad I found that just now. I don't think I would have found that if I didn't stick around to kind of hang out. So the water is actually moving in the wrong direction over time. That's not hard to fix. But it's actually moving really fast, and that would make the game really hard. So that's why you wouldn't die when water got to a certain level. I just never got that working. I didn't exactly know why, and I was running out of the gun. It was overall a great experience. Everyone I've interacted with, including Zuper Dan, who is the he seems like the main person. I don't know too much about the organization, other than I was looking for a game jam, and that was on itch, and I'm into dungeon crawler kind of type stuff. Not really this type. More, I'm kind of more of a roguelike, 2D person. So this kind of forced me to do a bunch of stuff I wasn't used to. Oh yeah, one other thing to show off before I go. There is an inventory system, and it's just copied from a YouTube thing, but kind of. Oh, and it broke it because I think I took some stuff out. Um. Anyway, I think that's just a quick postmortem. I spent a lot of time. That was one of the mistakes I made. Is I spent a lot of time trying to make this inventory system fit into this control scheme, and it's just different. There's a chest somewhere. Actually, let's see. I can probably pull that in. I just have that off to the side. I have a few chests. Actually, let's pull that into the player's room. Put it like right around here. Is it here? I think the elevation is wrong. Check the transform. This is quickly becoming a debugging stream or a debugging video. Let's just get it up over here and make it visible. That might help. There we go. Boop. Let's lay it in. So if you watch my earlier videos, this is a prop that I had been working on, the radio. I think I may have taken out all interaction with it, but it at least has that interactability. But I did have a way and working where it would open kind of another window that you could and you could drag and drop items from it. But ultimately, that wasn't to be part of the game. It was Devlog Logan's inventory video that I followed and kind of got fit into here more or less. But I spent like a couple days, trying to really get that to work. Where that was like, each day I spent several hours during the jam trying to get that to work. So that was kind of a mistake. On my part, is not really having the scope planned out. But obviously, first game project, mistakes are a good way to learn. Another thing I guess to look at is these are the rays of vision that like knock out the fog, and it looks like I actually have them set up wrong. I have one going straight to the left, but not to the right. Oh no, that's just perspective. They look the same. Um, that was just how I was looking at them. It seemed from that angle that I think there's too many. They're too long. Um, because I've kind of especially around this corner over here, the way I've tried to eliminate things being detected through walls, because there's enemies like over behind this wall on the map, is kind of just move them further back. Because the way that enemies become visible, are they detect fog going away, and when the fog goes away, they basically come into view. This guy's way too close behind the other enemy. The enemy placement was very haphazard and actually didn't, as we covered earlier, didn't really make it into the game. Also, the enemies probably should attack a lot more, or just the dice rolls should be, and this button I gotta figure out. When you level up, until you like toggle it, the initial level up on this button is not working right. But while I'm here, let's look at this tenderize and so all those animations are very, very much bespoke and bad and in the code, but they are kind of cute. Some of them I'll keep. Some of them I'll definitely remove. Yeah, I wish the version of the game that came out was closer to what I had, but it is what it is. Important lesson learned about Godot is before you export, do a quick Control S. So with that, thanks very much for watching. I plan to continue work on this game on and off throughout the remainder of the month. When I first looked at the Game Jam, I saw the date of the end of the adjudication period and actually thought that was the end of the jam, and that was like second Sunday in May, I believe. So like the day after it started, I noticed, oh wait, this is only a week, and it was kind of relieving, in a way, but also, all my plans kind of had to change really quickly. But again, great exercise, had a great time. First game jam again. Don't know if it's sort of like uh honeymoon period of game dev in my life, but we'll see how it fits in. I definitely learned a lot about Godot. Godot is a very cool program. Kind of limited. I'm interested in learning what's it called? Unreal Engine as well. But not sure when am I gonna get into that, if ever. Anyway, uh this video's gone on way longer than I thought it would, but that's cool. Um And yeah, we found out some cool stuff. Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you to everyone on Select Button and everyone on the Game Jam that kind of, gave a little support. It was cool to see. Helped me through. All right.